Okay, hi, I'm Tori, and our group is Taylor and Elizabeth, and we watched Enron, The Smartest Guys in the Room, and answered questions 1 through 6. So, question number 1 is, do you think such behavior is common at other companies, or do you think this was a fairly isolated event? And we felt that it was a fairly isolated event because it was such a big scandal, and like scandals that big don't happen that often. And since 2002, the Sarbanes-Oxley Act was passed to restore trust in publicly traded corporations after the Enron WorldCom scandals. So it doesn't happen as often now after the law was passed. Question number 2 was, how important is the tone at the top, the tone set by company leadership? And we felt that the tone at the top was extremely important, because if the leaders of the company were acting unethical, it was easier for everyone else to do so also. And it's much harder to speak up and go against what everyone else is doing, because it affects everyone's job. Number 2 is, do you think you could be tempted to follow along if the leadership at your company had the same mentality as the leadership at Enron, or do you think you would have the courage to just say no or even be a whistleblower? And we felt that if you did speak up, then it would also bring up other ethical questions, such as like not only affecting your job but also your colleagues. And although it would be very tempting and easy to act unethical, it's our duties as accountants to always act ethically. Question number 4 was, why do you think some people can so easily justify, or at least to themselves, their unethical behavior? We felt that people just feel like it's easier to go with the flow, and it's easily justifiable someone because they know that if they speak up, they could lose their job and maybe even other people's jobs. And if they still have their job, no matter how unethical, at least they're able to provide for their family. Question number 5 is, in general, do you think people stop to think about how their actions will affect other people, or do they just do their job? From Enron, the movie, it was clear that they weren't, the people at the top weren't thinking about who was affecting, because they were so absorbed in their lives and trying to keep up the false appearance of the company, that they were just trying to make money for themselves, that there was like no turning back point. So this only led them to think about themselves and not who, like, everyone it was affecting. And then question number 6 was, what was your reaction to the psychology experiment shown on the DVD? Studies have shown that unlike the traders at Enron, who received large bonuses, most employees really have very little to gain from following a superior's directive to act unethically. Why then do some people do it? That study was actually really surprising and unsettling. It illustrates how people have been conditioned to obey authority and believe everything that they are being told by an authoritative figure to be true. This really shows how vulnerable we can be in unethical situations and how aware that we need to be if presented with an ethical decision. Thank you.